Hello all the tech enthusiasts. Welcome to my channel. So guys, firstly wish you all happy new year, and in this new year a special video from my side where we will be discussing the roadmap to become a MLOps engineer, where I will be showing you all the roadmap and I will be discussing in detail about the skills you require to become a MLOps engineer, and also I'll be sharing you a GitHub repo where everything is available, information from where you can learn and what all are the resources whichever you require. Everything is available in that particular GitHub repo, so you can even check that repo, and also you can even use the roadmap which I have created. So guys, now let's not waste our time. Let's dive into my computer screen and discuss more about that. Before that, if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel and on the bell notification for more videos like this. So now let's dive into my computer screen. So guys, this is the particular MLOps roadmap which I was discussing with you all. So I have divided this particular roadmap into two sections. First one is offline learning and one more is online learning. So first let us discuss about offline learning, then we'll go with online learning. So in this particular roadmap, I have just shown whatever skills you need to learn. So I have not detailedly mentioned what you have to learn in this, like whatever deep techniques you have to learn. For that I have a GitHub repo where you have every resources, courses, and what is MLOps, everything is stated in that. So I'll be showing that also in between, and parallelly I'll be giving that particular GitHub link and even this roadmap link in this video description. You can have a look on that. So now when it comes to the offline learning, your first step will be to know the foundation knowledge of MLOps, which is nothing but a basic programming language, either Python or else R. But I would recommend Python because it is vast and it has many libraries, so using which you can implement very fast and even you can learn fast. Python is easy to learn, so I would recommend you all to go with Python because R is a bit complex compared to Python. And after Python, you should have a basic knowledge on ML algorithms, which are nothing but like regression and classification. Like there are different ML algorithms are there: linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree. You should have an idea on this, and basically you should know how to implement them. Simply it means that you should be able to do a machine learning project. If you are able to do that, then you will be easily able to implement MLOps also. So in machine learning there are different things like supervised, semi-supervised, unsupervised learning, different things they are divided into. That I'll be showing you all in the online learning here. And again I'm telling you all, I'm not going to deeply discuss about these algorithms in this roadmap video. This is just a roadmap. If you want to know about anything detailedly, comment below. I'll try to make a separate video on that, or else I'll comment whatever answer is for that in your comment itself. So after this, these are nothing but metrics, accuracy, precision, recall, and these all are nothing but these are just a statistical techniques. You should know some of the statistical techniques also to perform machine learning algorithms. Use them or else to perform the project. After this, model selection techniques like cross validation, grid search CV is there, random search CV is there. They are nothing but the model selection, which model selection is good for you. So or else which particular model is performing very well for you. You should be able to select that, which accuracy is giving more for you, and whether the model is performing the overfitting or else the underfitting. Everything you will be getting to know using cross validation, grid search CV or random search CV method. Okay, these things if you know, that means that you have cleared the first step, which is nothing but the foundation level of MLOps. So after this, you should know the second step, which is nothing but version control and model versioning. So when it comes to version control, you have Git and GitHub, which is a most important skill for every software engineer or a data scientist or a machine learning engineer or even MLOps engineer. Everyone should learn Git and GitHub because it is very important for controlling the versions. So if you want a separate video on Git and GitHub, you can comment below. And after that, for tracking model versioning, you should know MLflow, DVC and Kubernetes. So these are nothing but when you are doing the end-to-end project, then at that particular point when you are going to the model training, you will be implementing with MLflow, because you want to get you want to track the model whenever the model is getting updated, wherever the model is getting more accuracy improved, so that it will be tracking that particular model every time, and when there is a best model compared to the previous model, it will be automatically taking that model. So for that we require MLflow, DVC and Kubernetes. On MLflow, I have made a project, actually a complete end-to-end deep learning project. It will be releasing very soon, where I have used even AWS, and even I have used the end-to-end deployment codes, and everything will be available for you all. So that will be releasing very soon. You can have a look on that. For that, do subscribe the channel. And after version controlling and model versioning, the final step will be nothing but model packing and model serving. So model packing, this one is nothing but you should know about pickle and joblib. These are very easy, you can learn them. Even you will be implementing that in Jupyter notebook also. See, why we mainly use model packing is, for example, you have implemented your code in Jupyter notebook itself. You have trained the model and you're getting the better accuracy. But next time if you want to use that model again, you will be again training completely from first to last. That is not a good method, right? So what you will be doing once the model is done, and if you feel that is the best model, you will be pickling that model, or else you will be saving that model using this pickle or else in joblib method, so that at the next time whenever you want to use that particular model, you will be directly loading that model from the pickle and you can use that. So for that we'll be using model packing method. And model serving, for serving you have web apps like Flask, Django, and even Streamlit. So Flask and Django are very good, and you can easily understand about that. You can have a look on that, how to do that. This will be coming in the end-to-end method, and even Streamlit also you can use. So if you don't want to write much code, then Streamlit is good for you. You can import Streamlit, and with the help of Streamlit, it has already a UI. You can use the default UI. Or if you want to have a separate UI of yourself, then you should have a Flask or Django. You should write code on that. It's easy to write code on that. So we'll be discussing about that also in detail in our upcoming videos. So after this, if you know all this, it means that you have cleared the first level, which is nothing but offline model developing and deploying, in MLOps. After this, you have to develop. So offline is done. Now you will be developing in online. So for online, whatever things you require, I'll tell you all. So both are almost same, only there are some minor changes, that's all. So when it comes to the programming language, I told you all Python, right? So if you have learned Python there only, that's enough. So here I have updated the complete Python roadmap. So whatever things you have to read, basics of Python, data structures, what you have to learn, oops concepts. So everything, whatever you need to learn in Python, everything is available at here in the online level. So you can just open this and learn. This is for both online and offline. You can open this particular roadmap and you can learn. Okay, about this I'm not going to explain in detail, because that particular Python roadmap I have already created a video back. If you have not watched that, I'll be updating that video link also in the description. You can have a look on that. Even for machine learning also I have created a video, machine learning roadmap. So this is that particular roadmap only. In supervised learning, whatever algorithms are there, regression, linear regression, logistic learning, and SVM, decision tree, random forest. In unsupervised learning, you have k-mean clustering, hierarchical clustering, PCA, and Gaussian mixture models. So there are many things, like in semi-supervised learning, whatever it's there, reinforcement learning, what you need to learn. Everything is available in this particular machine learning algorithm roadmap. So if you want to learn machine learning, you can follow this particular roadmap also. Even if you want to understand about that in detail, that video also will be available in this particular description. You can have a look on that. Then once these two steps are done, then you will be learning about how to deploy your application on cloud, which is nothing but AWS, Azure, or GCP. So it's nothing but a work of an MLOps engineer is to monitor the code and even check the pipeline, like how it's working or not. And he'll be checking like whether in the cloud it's performing well, or else if there is an issue, what can he do. So that is the work of a MLOps engineer mainly. For that, you can have a look on this Azure, AWS, and GCP. These are the famous cloud platforms where you can use Azure mainly, because Azure, or else you can use AWS mainly. I'll mainly recommend AWS, because in AWS it is easy to understand and it is easy to implement. Or else my second option will be Azure if you want to try the free version. If you are a student, Azure is giving you, I guess, $100 of credit. You can have a look on that for students, where you can learn Azure easily. But when it comes to GCP, I feel GCP a bit complex, so I have not tried GCP any day, but even you can implement on GCP also. And after GCP, again, when it comes to this version controlling rules, like after cloud platform, version controlling. So I told you, right, for Git for ML, there is separately, so you can have a look on it. This is same, Git, GitHub and GitLab. You should know all this. After that, tracking experiments. So I have already told you all, right? ML flow and DVC. And Bento ML, actually this is not for tracking, this is for serving. I'll change it out. So this is for serving the model, not for tracking. So version controlling tools, it is same. If you know whatever which is in the offline level, you know what is in the online, it is same only. Then when it comes to CI/CD pipelines, so experiment with automation and deployment techniques in these environments. So we use this mainly. So like GitHub Actions will be using, Jenkins will be using, or else we'll be using Grafana, which is nothing but used for model monitoring also. We'll be using that. So mainly for CI/CD, even we can use CI/CD. There is a separate thing called a CI/CD. You can use that also. But GitHub Actions will be mainly using at the backend. So make sure you learn about the GitHub Actions when you are able to do all the offline level, and when you have reached till here, then CI/CD will be easy for you to understand and learn. After CI/CD pipelines like containerization, you will learn how to containerize your application and model, understanding the advantages of containerization such as consistent environment and easy development. So we'll be learning how to containerize our model. So you can use Docker, number one, or else you can use like even Kubernetes will support for containerizing the model. So you can have a look on that. Why we normally containerize? Because once we containerize the model or else the code, we can use it anywhere. We can deploy it in any cloud and we can use it anywhere. But without containerizing, it's very difficult to add the code to the AWS and run everything. So we normally containerize, or else we say it's dockerize. We'll dockerize that particular code. So that's all. If you know all this, you can easily learn MLOps easily. So now let me just show you all the resources, whatever you require to learn for an MLOps engineer resources, and whatever things you need, we'll be seeing in that particular GitHub repo. So guys, this is the GitHub repo which I was telling you all. Actually, I have just forked this particular repo from a person. Okay, this is that particular person's GitHub ID. You can have a look on that. I have forked from it so that I can update it in a description. You can have a look on that. So MLOps Roadmap 2023, you can have a look on this. You can read about this. So this particular GitHub repo is having everything in detail. What is MLOps? Why MLOps? And you whatever resource you require in MLOps and MLOps projects. Some projects are available here. Tools and MLOps community, and challenges and opportunities in MLOps, and even the contributing. So he has mentioned everything. Contributing in essence what you can contribute to this particular repo. So you can learn about MLOps here. I'm not going to explain this in detail because you all can, by seeing this particular GitHub repo, you can learn it. I don't want to make the video lengthier. You can see everything. Just it's easy and you can just learn about this. So why MLOps? Then you can have a look on this, why you mainly require MLOps. And after this, MLOps learning resources are there here, like machine learning engineering for production, MLOps specialization. You have this, from where you will be getting this. The course has been taught by instructor from Google Cloud and deeplearning.ai. So there is a company called deeplearning.ai which is very famous. If you know about that, you will be available in that. You will be having this particular course there. You can have a look on that. And even there are different courses. He has given recommendation of 4 courses. You can have a look on that. And even some books, if you are interested in learning the books, I highly recommend you to read the books, because once you read the books more than watching the videos, you will understand better. So try to read the books. So you have suggestions like here which books you can read, and the blogs, which blogs you can follow. He has given here everything. And finally, broadcasts. So there are some famous broadcasts on YouTube which you can watch related to MLOps. They'll be explaining what is the scope of MLOps and how did he learn MLOps. that particular person, and everything. That particular broadcast, you can have a look on that. So everything is mentioned in this in detail. And there are some videos and some papers, research papers are there. You can look on those research papers. Finally, some projects like classification projects, some of the projects he has mentioned here, you can have a look on that examples and understand. And regression and clustering projects also, even using NLP and computer vision, it is there, but this is advanced level projects. Make sure you understand first till classification and regression, then it will be easy for you all to understand all these particular projects. Reinforcement learning, it is there. MLOps tools and platforms, there are different tools, like I told you, right? DVC, ML flow, and there is another tool called patch drum, and workflow like Airflow, Kubernetes. I told you all, right? You have all this. You can have a look on that. For testing and validation, we can use TensorFlow, DeepQ, and even you have great expectations. Yeah, great expectations. And for deploying and serving, I told you all, right? Bento ML you have, and AWS SageMaker you have, Sheldon Core you have. You can have a look on this. There are different many tools which you can use for your requirements. Based on your requirements, you have to use this. So containerizing and this community, what this particular repo is all about, and what you can contribute to those communities. Even there is a Slack community of MLOps. You can join that also. Okay, because if there is any latest updates from MLOps, and if there is some latest events from MLOps, you will be getting a notification for that. So guys, that's all I want to say you all. I have not covered in detail in this particular video, because by seeing this you will get everything. By seeing this, I want you all to learn and understand, and by seeing the roadmap you will get what you have to do. So that's all for today's video. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you all. Bye bye.